Hello guys, Audio here, and I realize that it may be very scary for you that my name is Audio because you've only ever heard me, you know, as Audio. So I am Audio in a dual way. You haven't seen me, isn't that scary? Yeah, I'm declaring war on Takeda. We're getting this done. I said that I would do it, and I do want to do it. I do want to fight these guys. It's scary and it's hard, but it'll be cool and it'll make me look real manly when I show it off in my videos. Give me lots of girlfriends, right? Anyway, they expected this apparently, and I mean certainly they should have. I've taken over all their other territories. They are an island in my territory. That's scary. You don't want to be in that situation in real life. In case you're leading a country, that's some advice I'd like to give you. But you know, you see Takeda Shingen there. He's a badass. He knows his shit. He's not taking that lightly. You know, he's a very goal-oriented man. And without Takeda Shingen's leadership, Takeda wouldn't have gotten where it is. I guess I'll get Ganko's his new skill. I don't know. Have you seen men get this before? They just bring alcohol, and this could mean a couple things. I don't know. It could mean Ganko's gay and has the hots for Rance, or it could just mean that he wants to be a friend. I'm not really sure. They don't. I mean, it could be either, basically because of Rance's comment. I don't know. Rance doesn't have a whole lot of male friends, which is interesting. You have to change the remove status ability, advanced time. That's almost never helpful for you. As far as I know. If you're struggling on defense, which is rare, but whatever. Anyway, battle rating down is excellent, and I'll show you what that does. Sanada Torin of Takeda has that skill. And it's a pain in the... Baba Shoen also has a form of that skill. Kind of. If they use it, I'll explain it. If not, whatever. And you do want to scout Takeda, and I'll show you why. I'll show you why you want to scout Takeda every single time you fight them. This is a safe situation. You'll be introduced to cavalry, though, here. That'll be fun. Let me actually look what they have again. Nothing too serious. Senime can go. The All Guard is helpful. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's handy when you're dealing with the cavalry, but I still probably won't rely on it. There's no reason to. Yeah, I guess I could. I'd have enough for a really weak defense. I should have saved some units, because I probably wouldn't be able to defend if they had a decent commander. And Takeda has decent commanders. You can believe that. Because the guard unit in the back is going to get to go first, I'm just going to hit the one up front. I mean, she's going right after Kento, so I'm not going to get rid of that one's guard. I'm just going to try and take out the melee units up front. Reasonable, I hope. I guess I'll all guard with Senime as well. That could have been a good or bad decision on my part. Certainly crippling a warrior in the front could be seen as a worthy trade, right? Well, this is what I chose. Tebasaki unit, and that's what they do. They're basically warriors. They are pretty soft. I think they're softer than warriors, actually. Really, they're not that bad of a unit in and of themselves. It's because all of the good commanders within Takeda have those. They are that kind of unit, and it makes it really scary. But the Tebasaki units are not really that bad. And of course, the cavalry units exist only in Takeda because historically Takeda was a... they relied on their cavalry. Oh man, I didn't use this skill. It's more of a... whatever, you'll see it. You'll see it sometime. I promise? Yeah. But, And Takeda was led by Shingen. He was their leader. Huge rivalry between him and Kenshin. I've gone over that a little bit. Yeah, there's not much to say there, I guess. Shingen had a son. I don't think Kenshin had any children. Actually, Shingen may have had more than one son. I'm not sure. But yeah, they had cavalry. That was their thing. One of the few clans who had a really noteworthy trait in Sengoku, Japan. Similarities were rampant between the clans, but Takeda was known for cavalry. And they have that in this game, and it's... I mean, I don't know how scary it would have been in real life. Cavalry is usually the biggest threat on the battlefield when you're talking about ancient battles. Medieval Europe, Sengoku Japan, cavalry was always the best. So, and I'll attack with her. I don't know. Whatever. And spear attack does take 2 action flags. That's why she wasn't able to use it. Takeda's not too hard to defend against until they do a blitz, and you'll see that maybe, probably you'll see them attempt it. You'll see them take a shot at using it. I won't be able to block all 4 attacks. Their blitz is 4. 4 separate attacks on your territory. You've got a round or a turn to prepare for it, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But it's hard because it fields all of their good commanders. Their first one is a ninja, so you get bullshit hardcore if you're unlucky. The second one is a tactician, easy, not a problem. Third one is the weaker of the cavalry units, Baba Shonen, not a problem. And the fourth one is the scariest unit in the entire game, right next to Amachi, I would say. I forgot about her, she's also terrifying to fight. And I'm sure I'll illustrate very well why he is so scary. You'll see it. Though if I'm extraordinarily lucky, I won't see him. And it goes back to Takuga, because I am bordering them now. I've taken out Akashi, and Takuga is sitting there with Mori, because Mori took out Tanegashima. So now I'm right next to Mori and Takuga, and I decided that I should take out Takeda because it will make the end of the game look cleaner for me. It'll be a little nicer, and I've been hinting at doing it the entire time, so I may as well do it for you guys. If I were to go after Mori, I could get some of Motonari's daughters, and they are usually exceptional units. They're very good. If I go with Takeda, I can only get Saneda Torian. He is the only unit I can get from him. So, that's okay. He's a great tactician. That's not the issue here. But Mori has available to me better units than Takeda does. But this should work out fine. And depending on how long it takes me, I'll have to decide what I'm doing after I defeat Takeda. What exactly I will do after that. It could change drastically, so I'll hold off on announcing. And here, Takuga, they're discussing about Motonari, actually. They want to kill him, and they know that the easiest way to do that is to decurse him. He is very powerful in his cursed state, and certainly more powerful than any of them, probably all of them combined. None of the Takuga members are exceptional warriors, you know? Ah, this is interesting. And you get to see Shimazu, you get to see their leader, and you get to see a little bit of their territory. I like Shimazu. Actually, they're a cool army. You know, the leaders here, they give off a cool vibe. One of them's got a cigarette. He's a badass, you know? You want to be just like him, right? Well, they are, their land, oh, what is it called? Kyushu? I think that's the island that they're on. Yeah, Kyushu. That's the island that Shimazu is located on. In Rance, it's smashed into the mainland like all the other ones. But, they're rich. The Shimazu brothers, all 4 of them rule Shimazu together. I don't think all 4 of the brothers were real in history. I know that a couple of them were. I forget the eldest brother's name, but they're all there. You can see the one with the shades on in the reclining chair is the oldest. He's a guard unit. The one with the blonde hair is the, well, I'll go down in proper order. The one in the pool is the second oldest. He's a warrior unit. Nothing special about him. Just a warrior with a lot of action flags. Pain in the ass sometimes. Then the third oldest is the blonde one. He's a musket unit. And the youngest, the Shada over there with the 2 women, is a tactician. Pretty bad tactician. But that's all 4 of them, and you fight all 4 of them on the field, and they shouldn't be taken very lightly. When you see them, they're powerful units, they're good units, and in true route, I'll also say this now, they're not capturable. You can't have them in your army. I'll explain that more when we actually engage them. It's just an introduction now. You can see their butler, all their ladies. It gives me a very strong 90s vibe. I don't know why. I just feel like they're in the 90s right now, and I don't like that feeling. But, Shimazu, historically, they got a lot of their wealth from, foreign powers. And that's represented in this game with the Tenma Bridge connecting Kyushu to the mainland. And Shimazu is basically where all that trade comes from in Sengoku Rance. They are the connector to all the other foreign powers. That's how Rance and Sil got to Oda. You know, they had to cross the Tenma Bridge, go through Shimazu's territory, and over to Oda. That's what happened. So, the more you know. And again, this is another random scene. It's not totally random, but I don't know what's happening here. Ah, yes. Very nice. This is good. This makes me very happy. He will, Son, oh my god. He's gonna help out so much against Takeda. Mostly because of his guard Shikagamis, not even because of his insane power level. Yeah, this is very good news. I was hoping that he would show up to help me with Takeda, and he has. I don't think he's usable on the first turn that you obtain him, like most units. He'll be red in the unit list, in the roster. But excellent unit. He is. Oh my god, you'll just see how helpful he is. The game is way easier with Son in your army. He's a lot less obvious than Kenshin and I, though, on your first playthrough, so you wouldn't normally have him. But having him is just... Oh, man. You'll see it. Through gameplay, you'll see how helpful he is to me. And, of course, Sagan may come along sometime soon. Genri is less important than Sagan by a lot. Genri has excellent secondary stats, if I recall, but he's fairly average on the field as a monk. Monks themselves are not usually that good. Anyway, so... But yeah, we'll see them showing up sometime soon. And there you go. Son is in my army. Let's see what troops he has. That's kind of low, but it's totally manageable. I'd like to see what items I have here. Nothing too special. A defense boost. I guess I'll give that to Dosan. Very quickly here. I wanna show you guys a fight with Takeda before this part is over. Something to note here: if Takeda takes any of your territories, or they conquer Uesugi or Hojo, the only things you need to take from Takeda to destroy them are their two main territories, Shinano and Kai. That's it. You shouldn't go for other places. And attacking one before the other doesn't make it easier, I don't think. But I'm going to start with the 4 territory. They don't step up their attacks or anything once you've taken one territory from them. I don't think. I might be wrong, but it's nothing really significant that I can remember. And here they've got 2 guard units in the front and 2 cavalry units in the back. That's annoying, but you can still deal with that. I'll deploy Senime, and actually I will deploy Notori as well. And this is one of the few armies you'll fight against in the game that you'll think about actually deploying a guard unit in the back row for. It's not unreasonable to do that here at all. Let me send an eye as well. Get some speed boosts out there for mostly Senime. She didn't even get one. But they're not really heavy hitters, so you don't have to worry about it. And one of them is called Super Jockey, so I mean, fuck. What do you expect? His name is Super Jockey. What does that even mean? He actually hit kind of hard. Well, it's still manageable. You'll deal with it. And they're all capturable. You can capture a cavalry unit. In fact, you can't capture any of the main cavalry leaders, the ones you actually want. But you can get these guys. And almost all of the Takeda battles are predetermined. Like here, the woodpeckers, they're always here. The Takeda warrior, he's always here. This is a generic fight. If they retake the territory, these units will be back. And it's not a big deal. It doesn't make it harder. I don't believe they're capturable. You don't see them again after this. They don't join other armies. They're units like that. And when I say almost all of the Takeda battles are predetermined, I mean that. Almost all 7 of their cities are predetermined fights. The capital battles are more or less predetermined. They file in important units like leaders there. Makes it a lot harder. Makes it a lot harder. And you can see more than one Takeda leader in a fight. Fortunately, I haven't seen any yet. But if you see 2, it might be manageable. I still wouldn't do it. If you see more than 2 Takeda leaders in a fight, don't do it. Just back off and come back later, because it's going to be hell for you. So you don't want to do that. And a key thing with Takeda is keeping the territories that you take. That's interesting right there. That skill being used by someone other than Masakage. I have never seen that happen. I didn't know it was possible for other units to learn those skills. Mostly because of my inexperience with the cavalry units in this game. But that skill onrush is why one of Takeda's leaders are such a pain. It removes one of your action flags and hits for, I think, 1.5 damage. The damage increase is noticed, but it's not why it's an issue. Usually, onrush will swing to your guard units and lessen their ability to actually protect your units. And you notice that in longer fights, or fights when the best units with onrush can get in more than one hit. It wasn't an issue here because this is an easy fight. I guess that's all I have to say about it. But I was surprised that Super Jockey, the badass that he is, pulled out a onrush. I didn't know he had that skill. So, there's the first fight with Takeda. It's not really hard. Most of their fights aren't hard unless they get their figureheads showing up. Then you're going to struggle a bit. But you can always dodge them if you really want to. I'll see you in the next